Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Jim Oliver, and I'm the provost of this campus and your host this evening for this competition, and I know you can't wait to get it started. It's my pleasure to welcome you to our second annual Certified Insurance Underwriters Business Plan and Elevator Pitch Competition. This is SPC's opportunity to showcase students who have wonderful ideas and a passion to pursue them. In the fall of 2010, the college launched its entrepreneurship certificate. And that program was in response to a demand and a need in our community. This was developed as a program intended to help stage one entrepreneurs and guide them through their journeys in building a business idea and then a business. 4 semesters and over 400 students later, we are proud to say that we are well on our way to building the right kind of program for our students and our community. These individuals have the drive and the passion to accomplish their dreams, but not the tools, the resources, or the knowledge on how to make that happen. Our entrepreneurship program strives to give them what they need for success. We've developed the courses, we've designated campus space for the entrepreneurship activity and support, we've created a dynamite website. This fall, we're launching a SPC chapter of the CEO Entrepreneurship Club, and after tonight, we will have awarded $20,000 for our students for their efforts. These are huge accomplishments, and they're made possible by the energies, commitment, and support of many, many people. We're committed to making this a first-rate program, and the great work we'll see in action tonight is just part of it all. The success is not SPC's alone. We could not have done it without our sponsors, our mentors, and our judges. We have so many people to thank, and through the course of this evening, we'll meet each of them as we take time to communicate our deep appreciation for their support. Tonight's going to be a great night. Let me start by introducing our judges. We've got an all-star panel again this year. And we want to thank them for their efforts. Our first judge this evening is Tanya Elmore. Tanya? She is the founder and president of Tampa Bay Innovation Center, a Largo-based business incubator, where innovation gets down to business is their slogan. The Innovation Center has brought advice, mentoring, and assistance from accomplished, experienced founders and other business professionals to clients. It creates and maintains a pipeline for entrepreneurs in the region by offering events and programs targeted at innovators and startup entrepreneurs, including the Startup Exchange, Tech Talk, Idea Camp, Mentors Corner, and the Florida Defense and Technology Showcase, FDTS. The center has won the Tampa Bay Technology Forum Award for Professional Services of the Year, and Tanya was among the first group of professionals to receive the designation of Certified Incubator Manager from the National Business Incubator Association. Thank you, Tanya, for serving as a judge today. Our second judge this evening is Dr. Cynthia Johnson, who is the Senior Manager of Economic Development for Pinellas County. Pinellas County Economic Development works with companies to help them expand and prosper in their communities through training, networking, resources, and support. As a primary liaison for small business and minority businesses, Cynthia leads the effort in minority business inclusion initiatives and is a trusted advisor to the Chambers of Commerce, major corporations, and community leaders throughout the state. She is a frequent guest on local radio stations and business television programs discussing relevant topics that affect business growth locally and nationally. Before her work with Pinellas County Economic Development, her focus was in education, where she spent 10 years as an administrator with Pinellas County School Board system. We're fortunate to have Dr. Cynthia Johnson on our panel. Our next judge this evening is Mark Swanson, Chairman, CEO, and founder of Televations Incorporated. Televations has emerged as one of the fastest growing companies in America and one of the elite cloud communications companies in the United States. It is recreating the way businesses collaborate and communicate with integrated and innovative solutions. Mark's extensive background in education and technology, with an MBA in Georgia Institute of Technology, have made it possible for him to launch 2 successful IT and service companies and stay relevant in this competitive industry for over 2 decades. Mark has also served as Executive Vice President and Chief Technology Officer for IXL and helped to take the company public. He has raised $80 million in startup capital. We are pleased to have Mark Swanson judging with us this evening. And our final judge this evening is Chuck Papagiorgio, founder and managing partner of Ideasphere, a company dedicated to building and revitalizing businesses. Chuck and his partners provide advisory, strategic planning, management, and leadership services to businesses that need to refresh their concepts, their designs, organizations, and financial position. He has over 20 years of operational leadership experience in technology-related and global organizations, which translate into a deep understanding of the industries he serves. His specialty is in turnaround and high-growth situations, which range from 5-person startups to 10,000 employee corporations in over 50 countries. Chuck is a serial entrepreneur who has also served as an advisor and consultant for companies such as AT&T, First Advantage, Keen, and Transcontinental Direct. He has raised tens of millions of dollars of startup capital and billions in acquisitions. Thank you, Chuck, for serving again as a judge this year. This exceptional and experienced panel tonight provides our students with the privilege of presenting and being evaluated by business and industry leaders in our community, by the best. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our judges a round of applause, please. Okay, Nicole, let's get this competition started.
Good evening. I'm Nicole Panuthos, Professor of Entrepreneurship, Academic Chair here at the Seminole campus. It's a real privilege and honor to be here tonight as we watch our students who have worked extraordinarily hard on their concepts and in preparation for this event. And here we're going to get started with our business plans and see who will get our top prizes this evening. So without further delay, Nicole Bredesen is our first presenter for Business Plan. She was a competitor and winner of the elevator pitch competition last year. This year, she has made it to the Business Plan final round with her concept, Cookies Then Milk, which she turned into a viable company in the United States and Canada. And this year, she's going to compete for the grand prize. She's a student at our Seminole campus, and she's studying business administration. So let's hear it for Nicole.
Good evening, everyone. Judges. Is overnight business success really possible? How about curing cancer or running for president? We are all capable of doing great things if we have the right tools. Although 3 million women initiate breastfeeding, there we go. Although 3 million women initiate breastfeeding, only 100,000 of them continue to a year. The consequences are beginning to show. In 2011, the Surgeon General made a call to action. The time has come to take on a commitment to enable mothers to breastfeed. In this 100-page document, the Surgeon General estimates that if the numbers of breastfeeding women doubled, the United States would save over $10 billion. Clearly, infant nutrition is a huge industry, and companies that are getting on board now have the opportunity to claim large portions of the market. When the Surgeon General speaks, the implications are far-reaching. Just ask the cigarette companies. Women have begun to demand pumping rooms at work and the right to breastfeed in public places. The time to respond to those demands is now. Breastfeeding no longer carries the stigma that it used to. The number of women who are choosing to breastfeed and the number of women who are breastfeeding longer is rising steadily each year. In other parts of the globe, extended breastfeeding rates are much higher. The difference is the sense of normalcy that surrounds these women. Breastfeeding is an achievable global phenomenon, and the time to expand is now. Breastfeeding is also science. Mothers and babies are born with an intrinsic understanding of the nurturing process. Sadly, the health benefits are often ignored to meet other needs like low milk supply. With low milk supply, the threat of SIDS or adult obesity is trumped by the baby's immediate need for food. This is why millions turn to formula. The psychological vulnerabilities of our new mothers has sacrificed the needs of our children. The International Breastfeeding Journal states, the absence of breastfeeding significantly increases the odds of a child having autism. Folks, the odds is already 1 in 88. If we can support mothers through obstacles like low milk supply, they can rest assured that while they may never be able to avoid every sniffle, they have done what science clearly tells them is the best possible chance, and the benefits are unmistakable. Cookies Then Milk is that real-world answer. What started as just chocolate chip cookies to increase milk supply has become over 15 products that include gluten-free and even organic mixes. And you guys were right last year about adding pre-baked cookies to the website. They have been a huge success. Dietary concerns are no longer an obstacle, and neither should be time or the occasional baking disability. Cookies Then Milk has become known as the cookies you want for the milk you need. In the last year, Cookies Then Milk has created a strong regional presence and the reputation for quality and effectiveness. I made my retail debut in local high-end baby boutique Thank You Mama, followed by stores in Toronto and California, expanding my business from nationwide to international. Recently, I was approached by 2 local birth centers and Bayfront Medical with invitations to advertise and distribute my product in their centers. We're even considering a presence on the new East Coast phenomenon, the Milk Truck. The Milk Truck is an all-inclusive traveling lactation station on the East Coast. But seriously, Cookies Then Milk is now ready to move into phase 2, a more aggressive national presence. World-renowned lactation expert Dr. Jack Newman requested product samples from me, and subsequently I was invited to an event this summer hosted by Dr. Oz called the World's Largest Baby Shower Show. As I said, the science is there, and the top doctors in the field are aware of it and supportive of it. Within the next 3 years, I plan to be in retail stores nationwide. I will be the very first product of its kind on store shelves. This year, I got on board with a company that provides high-end gift baskets to expectant celebrities like Tori Spelling, because the truth is, breastfeeding has been glamorized by celebrities, and the trend is spreading across the nation. Fortunately, there's very little competition at this point. In just our first year alone, Cookies Then Milk was able to meet and then beat the competition in every single category. We are the only licensed and registered company that offers both a pre-made cookie and product mixes with a shelf life of a year. We offer affordable choices and high-end choices, but what sets us apart from the competition is the exclusive option to customize mixes for any dietary restriction. Ladies and gentlemen, formula in the U.S. is a $20 billion industry. The Surgeon General's call to action is bold. It challenges Americans to reclaim 90% of the women that choose formula feeding over breastfeeding. The result would be the rise of a multi-billion-dollar breastfeeding industry. With proper positioning and marketing, Cookies Then Milk has the potential to capture at least 1% of customers being reclaimed from the formula industry in the next 365 days. This 1% is a focused target market of 29,000 women, which has the potential for a modest estimation of $500,000 profit in the first year. By year 3, we aim to capture 2% of the market, and by year 5, 5%, just a small portion of the market potential for Cookies Then Milk. I am looking into plant facilities to meet the increased demand. I'm also expanding merchandising options and actively preparing for incorporating to protect the overall best interests of my company. With this growth and development plan and the generous support of our partners in the community, Cookies Then Milk will be the founding leader of change in this budding industry. I will not make $1 billion overnight, but I will support a stronger economy. I have not found a cure for cancer or autism, but I have found a way to help prevent it, and I might not ever be president, but I am partners with the Surgeon General to support breastfeeding. I encourage you tonight to answer that call to action too. Join me as I embrace my commitment to empower mothers. The time has come. Thank you.
Where's Nicole? Did Nicole give us a time frame? Nicole?
Yes, sir.
How much time do we have for questions,
Oh,
just so
that-
we know? 3 minutes.
Per individual?
From the group.
Per judge?
Go ahead, Chuck. He's chomping at the bit. Go
Okay,
ahead.
Sure.
so awesome progress from last year. But
Thank
you
you.
still sound like you're doing a sermon about breastfeeding. I think we're past that. Sold, we got it.
Okay.
What are you going to do to actually change the perception out there? Because it's wonderful that the Surgeon General says all these great things, but why are more people doing it? So what's your marketing budget? And then 29,000 Well, that's a big market.
Yes, and it's actually a pretty modest estimation because it's just 1% of the 90% that they're hoping to capture.
If you sell them $100 of cookies a month, you're a $30 million a year business.
Sounds
So
good.
well, you don't become that overnight. So tell us more about your marketing and advertising plan.
Well, my plan is not actually to change the perception. It's just to be partners with those who are changing the perception and to be ready for the women who are saying, okay, I'm ready to breastfeed, but I need help. I'm going to be there for them because there isn't anyone else to be there for them. Right now, my marketing budget is extremely low compared to what I'd like to do, but people are reaching out to me. A couple events like this one in Georgia coming up have significantly reduced the price to be at the event because they see the need for the product and because they're willing to do what it takes to get it into the hands of customers.
What were sales last year?
Sales last year, our net sales were just over $1,000. Pretty slim, but we actually did come out in the black, which I was very surprised about because each one of you last year said, don't expect to make money in the first 3 years. And when I saw that little number on there, I was just tickled pink. And so it was slow going, but I think as soon as we start expanding, and now that we're in Canada and across the nation, I think it's going to be quite a different ballgame this year.
How do you plan to reach your international market? I know you mentioned them. I mean, have you actually made sales in Canada, or do you just have your product there?
We received a wholesale request from a store in Toronto. They are the exclusive supplier of lactation support goods in all of Toronto. They carry our product, and then every month we get a report back from them of what they've sold, and that just started actually last month. That's basically my plan, is to partner up with the different companies like-minded in the areas that I can reach, and then spread out from there.
Great presentation. You
Thank
seem like a very enthusiastic young woman. Are you the only one on the team right now?
Absolutely not. My husband is the expert baker, and when you try those goodies, be sure to give him the credit.
So what makes you and your husband the people to make this happen?
We are the people to make this happen because we were willing to take a chance. We took something that nobody else had messed with yet that wasn't tried and true. There was no guarantee that it was going to work. We tried it, we tested it, we spent 2 years and over $2,000 just seeing if it worked. And I think it's my determination and the fact that I'm willing to stick with it no matter how long it takes.
So obviously the object is not to challenge you, well, it's to challenge you to think, right? Not to challenge you. But if Gerber doesn't see a $30 million a year business, why do you?
I'm not sure that Gerber is looking in this direction because they sell formula. And why would they promote breastfeeding if they can make $20 billion off formula? However, I have entered a competition with Huggies for a grant, and it's looking pretty good.
You're pretty resourceful.
Yes, you are.
Did a great job.
Great.
Thank you very much, you guys.
You're welcome.
Excellent job.
If they really work, you might. We'll give you a little more time on the next ones. How about that? 5 minutes for questions? How's that? Our next contestant is Sarah Godby, and she is presenting her innovative beauty product idea, Manny Bell Nail Tip Sleeves. She's currently studying for her AS in digital forensics at the Clearwater campus. Let's hear it for Sarah.
Good evening. Go ahead. This materials that I've chosen. This is my model. These are marketing words. Reviews of other products. Packaging. And each one of you have a presentation. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sarah Godby. My company is Quite Simply Me, LLC, and my product that I'm presenting this evening is Manny Bell Tip Sleeves. I'm that woman, the woman that for probably 5 years has been budgeting my way to a professional look. We've got bankruptcy, divorce, foreclosure. The economy quite simply sucks. We have to take a $10 dress and turn it into a $100 outfit. How many women can relate to that? So I have a solution. I've got the Manny Bell Tip Sleeves. The Manny Bell Tip Sleeves is a solution because the secret to the tip sleeves is that it has a built-in half-moon shape so that there's no room for error. It cuffs the skin, and I also have a target market of any woman that wants that professional look without having to always go to the salon. Our Manny Bell Tip Sleeves will sell for $19.95 for a set of 10. We have convenience, reusability, ease of use, and just going for a basic manicure, I would spend $25 every couple weeks. That's a savings of over $580 a year. Well, there are other products on the market. While there are other competitors for French tip nails, they certainly don't live up to their promises. They're not user-friendly, they do not last, and they cause consumers to reinvest over and over and over. My product is reusable, so women do not have to invest over and over. This gives Manny Bell Tip Sleeves and Quite Simply Me the opportunity to establish ourselves as an innovator of the perfect French nail tips. Now, the third-party research shows that there are a lot of toxins and fumes in the salon which are known to be carcinogenic. The savvy women are going to stop going to the salon and go to the do-it-yourself products, which is something that I have, and get that fresh, clean French tip look. The materials I've chosen are completely environmentally sound. They're medical grade, Shore A, TPV. And I've done a product comparison chart here. These are the products that are my competition. They fell short in a lot of my marketing research. Now you can see that this is a demonstration of how the Manny Bell Tip Sleeve is used. You'll apply the base coat. When it's dry, you put the tip sleeves on. You don't have to worry about the polish getting on the sleeves because they're totally reusable and the paint will just peel off of them for reuse. You polish the nails on the tip, then you remove the sleeves, and you've got the finished product. My estimated sales I'm looking at for the first year, probably taking a chunk out of the $6 billion nail industry and the $2.4 billion do-it-yourself nail industry. I'm looking to take at least 35% of that within the first year. If I'm awarded the $5,000, I'm looking to go directly to my manufacturer and getting the mold done, which will take 8 to 10 weeks. And in that time, I will be doing trade shows, and my marketing personnel will be going out and getting into the beauty supply houses, Walmart, CVS, and Target. That's my presentation for Quite Simply Me, and I want to thank St. Petersburg College for giving me this opportunity and the ladies that have helped me. Thank you.
Did you do your nails?
I
with
did.
the tips? Can I tell?
I also have the toes patented.
Is this the actual product or is this? a
No, this
prototype?
is a prototype.
That's what I thought, okay. And this is what you're proposing?
This is the
product being made
material
out of?
that I'm going to do,
Okay.
to use, and we're going to take this down a grade. And you'll see that it has the flexibility.
Uh-huh.
Now, did you select this material based on research, or how did you come up with this material as being the most user-friendly material for your product?
Going to several manufacturers, I came down to this particular product kind of because I found out it was medical grade, which means it's hypoallergenic, and I have eczema on my hands. I can't use certain things, and there's a lot of women out there that do have skin problems that can't use certain things.
So forgive me for my ignorance, I never had my nails done.
What?
So, sorry. But I would guess the first characteristic of this product needs to be a resistance to adhere to nail polish and
Yes.
things like that,
Yes.
rather than hypoallergenic. So
Well, you have...
secondary, but primarily you
yes,
better not stick to the
yes.
nail polish,
And
right?
it stands up to a lot of chemicals.
Okay. So the second question is, it sounds like a great product, but so why wouldn't I just put a piece of Scotch tape on my nail and do the same thing?
Well, you could go to my competitor, Sally Hansen, and you can buy a French nail piece of tape that's cut into the half-moon shape, and you can do like I did, and you can try to put it on there right, and then you can try to paint it, pull it off, and all your nail polish comes off with it, and that's
So
what you
this
have.
is so well designed that you put it on, you do the nails, and then when it dries off, you take it off and it doesn't fall apart.
When you squeeze it on the sides, it expands this way, away from the nail, so that when you pull it off, you don't get the smear.
Do you, I think I remember reading you have a patent on this?
I do, it's patent pending.
Pending.
Okay,
Pending.
that's good. And in terms of your, on your revenue growth, was that in thousands of dollars?
That's in percentages per quarter.
Okay, so do you have numbers around what you think you can sell?
I was looking at the first quarter to probably do, and I put it in my business plan, I was looking at the first quarter probably 125 to 175. And then by the end of the first year, I should be at 1.6 million.
Now, and do you anticipate selling these direct to the consumer, or are they going to go in nail shops, or?
No, these are going in beauty supplies,
Please-
Walmart, Target, trade
So
shows.
it's basically do-it-yourself manicure, right?
Exactly.
With the do-it-yourself concept, and, you know, and I know these are just prototypes, are you gonna have various sizes? Because I know like with short nails, it's difficult to get your finger, and I understand this is a prototype, but did we look at nail bed?
It doesn't matter what size or shape your nail is, because the secret of this is the half moon shape. So when you slide it on your finger, it's going to have the exact half moon that everyone has, no matter what size or shape your fingernail is. And obviously, if your nails don't, if you don't have a little bit of a nail that's going to protrude, you're not going to be using these. So the women that will be using these are women that have some nail.
So I like this because I have used those other products, they don't work. So I was kind of excited when I saw your video presentation. Oops. What's going to be the cost of goods sold for you? If you're going to give them to Walmart, you're going to give them to, everyone's going to take a big cut, the distribution. How much does it cost to produce these? And what do you think your anticipated profit's going to be on the units sold?
Just to get the mold done is less than $10,000. Once I get the mold, the materials, buying in bulk, it's going to cost me less than 2 cents per unit.
So are you gonna make them, or you're gonna have them?
No, I have a manufacturer,
So, and your manufacturer, what are they gonna charge you to make this?
less than $10,000
No, that's for the
for the
mold.
mold.
But then they set up time.
No, they're going to work with me on the production part of it.
One last question.
That'll have to be worked out.
How big is the market for this particular product, do you think?
It's huge.
Talked
It's
about?
huge. You want a number?
Yeah.
The do-it-yourself market is around $2.4 billion, just in this country.
But that includes everything from Clairol hair color to. and
No,
that
no,
includes-
this is
nail
just in the
stuff?
nail industry.
Just nails
Just
alone.
in the nail industry. The nail salon industry is $6 billion. The do-it-yourself nail industry is $2.4 billion.
No wonder my wife went telling me how
Great
much she
concept.
spends at the nail salon.
And that's just in the United States.
Okay.
And this is a global issue.
Okay.
Great concept.
All right?
You.
Thank you
Give
for your
Sarah a
time.
hand.
We'll get that for you after, Sarah.
Okay.
We can get that out. Our final presenter for the business plan competition is Peter Tinker with Covert Corporation. He has developed a camping solution product that offers a range of features and potential. Peter is graduating with AS in Business Administration, and he is also completing his certificate in entrepreneurship. Let's hear it for Peter.
Hi, I'm Peter Tinker, and I'm the owner and the founder of the Covert Corporation. The Covert Corporation was founded back in 2009 as a Florida S Corporation, and since then I've been engaged primarily in the research and development of advanced textile composites. I've always been a very inquisitive individual, and this has led me to my latest product development and new odor-proof technology. Over the last 3 years, through my research and development efforts, I've gained knowledge of international manufacturing and working with the foreign suppliers, primarily in China. Through this experience, I've gained considerable insight into the production process, the design phases of the manufacturing of the bags, and also the logistics of supply chain management, and especially the Chinese customs regulations. That was an enormous hurdle that I had to leap over. So, every year over 44 million people go camping or hiking within the United States alone. And many of those people encounter hungry wildlife, such as the bear that's up on the screen. This bear is looking for donuts, and needless to say, it's a problem, and people in Ocala or Yosemite, they know about this problem, and it's a recognized issue. They wreck the campsites, they wreak havoc, and I found the solution to this. The solution comes in the form of my latest invention, the Covert Cache. The Covert Cache is the most advanced odor-proof backpack in the world. It is expected to claim market dominance within the next 2 years. And I definitely would have to say that I definitely have to have the appropriate capital to do that too. because without any, you have to have that for success. So by using advanced textile composites and polymer films, not only can I lock odors inside of the bag, but I can also substantially reduce the bare human conflicts and thus improve your outdoor experience. The covert cachet combines an odor-absorbing textile, which is one of the materials in front of you, and this is made with a proprietary custom adhesive web and a unique breathable membrane. What's so special about this? Well, through my research and development efforts, I've managed to successfully produce a lamination that's over 400% cheaper than the competition. When I originally went into the development phase, the fabric alone was over $32 a meter. And in order to make this a successful and viable product, I had to get the cost down. I ran into enormous hurdles and managed to manufacture the fabric for around $4 to $8 a meter, depending on the manufacturer and the processes involved. But that's roughly the ballpark, between $4 to $8 a meter, depending on obviously the square feet or the square yardage involved during the purchasing. So I believe that this is a breakthrough textile composite, and in itself, it does offer numerous opportunities outside of just the odor-proof bag market. It can be applied to various other industries as well. So it does have enormous potential there, and my business concept, it's a very, even though I'm focusing necessarily on the camping market, it does have applications far enormous to even talk about today. Some of them were covered in my business plan, and a lot of them weren't. The adhesive web that I have in front of you guys, it's the white material. That material is actually one of the world-leading adhesive webs. I actually managed to do my research on that, and I found actually it's going to be probably one of the world's leading, yet cost the least amount of money. So in itself, it's a very competitive product in its own industry, so it offers tremendous advantages there to any number of industries. And the plastic Ziploc, well, the plastic Ziploc in itself can also be applied to different industries, but it's a component of the bag, and it in itself, when used together with the textile bag, it offers substantial odor-proofness. The plastic film has been through numerous tests over the last 2 years, and we've tested against various competitors' odor-proof bags. Additionally, over the product research phase, I've set up any number of wilderness experiments which show that my product not only beats the competition, but also sets the benchmark, I believe, in the industry. In fact, all of my research is on YouTube. I have a lot of videos relating to my research, and serves as evidence of the covert cachet being odor-proof. Keep in mind that although this technology is originally intended for the hikers and the campers, it does have a much larger appeal. I can sell variations of this technology to for example, hunters for scent-proof hunting bags. I can sell it to the military, which is an enormous market in itself, and even to preservationists looking to preserve items, because it'll absorb, the textile bag in itself will absorb the hydrogen sulfide gases related to aging. So if you wanted to put something special in there, such as a book or rare photos, it'll prevent them from yellowing. So basically, I'm not just limited to the one target market. There are significant opportunities elsewhere based off the components of this technology. And I believe that this market is ripe for new competition, and through strategic positioning, I can acquire a patent and lock down the market and provide substantial returns through innovation. Now, in addition, each of these components, which are the samples in front of you, they do offer a lot of potential. And after examining my capital needs for the venture, the business model that I'll feel that will be most effective will be a combination of crowdsourced funding through a website known as Kickstarter, and using a process as discovered by Eric Ries called the Lean Startup. And with the Kickstarter approach, I believe that I can acquire nearly $75,000, which will enable me to obtain the capital investment through the investors, and thus further perpetuate the business to the next level. So by using the Lean Startup methodology that he has talked about, I can test the market to a wider audience, and thus receive critical feedback that can either validate the present product or it can alert me to areas of concern before mass marketing. So basically with this process, I would take the people that are originally investing into it, send the product out there, which would be a minimum viable product, and then I'd come back with all sorts of stuff. And it looks like I ran out of time. Thank you.
I'll go ahead and start. You mentioned that you might be able to get this product patented. You don't have a patent on the material, do you, that you're getting? Is that?
Originally it was intended, the patent was going to be related to the odor-proof bag and the construction of it, and I went through, originally I went through the process of designing it and then finding out there was a patent already out there. So I had to work around the patent. I had to work around the patent that was originally out there. So when I went through the original design stage, I encountered the patent, and then I talked to a patent lawyer, and I went ahead and designed around it to such a point I believe it'll be a conceivable product. And then here recently, I just talked to a patent attorney here locally. So she suggested another patent search. I've already conducted a few patent searches, and from my experience and from my research and reviewing the patents, I do believe that the actual physical construction of the material set forth as with the plastic Ziploc and the combination of the odor-absorbing material, that would be what would be patented. It wouldn't be the principle behind it.
So I'm confused.
Okay.
Which one? So this is the laminate. I happen to be an engineer, right?
That's
So
the laminate, right?
this is the laminate.
Yes.
So what is it that you made for the laminate that's unique? Did you create a new lamination process or new material or
What's unique
the
is
combination?
What's unique is the fact that that lamination process was not the fact that it's not a washable lamination in itself. The fabric, the base fabric, is very weak. It'll fall apart within the wash cycle. So in order to improve the quality control, I had to make it wash resistant to where it'll withstand at least 5 to 10 wash cycles. So you wouldn't want to make a product that's going to be expensive only to fall apart. So that in itself is unique because there was a lot of manufacturers who were manufacturing that type of textile, but they didn't have the know-how to make it to where it would be successful and withstand the washability.
I'm still confused. So you actually have created, so in order to patent something, it has to fit 3 criteria. It's got to be novel, right? It has to be non-obvious.
Yes.
And it has to be understood by the people in the trade.
Yes.
So is it new material that you created, or have you documented a new process, or is it the way you put these things together that makes it patentable?
By combining the plastic barrier material in the Ziploc and fashioning that to the odor-absorbing textile, that'll then create a new layered structure because the plastic Ziploc will serve as the base layer of basically the odor permeability. It's a layered construction that serves as the patent. That's what was explained to me.
Well, I can save you the trouble because you know what? I fish a lot, and I have packs that have outside layers like this, and the inside is a Ziploc bag, and there's no patent on that. So the construction, I'm just trying to understand what is that unique about this?
What's unique about it is the fabric in itself is an odor-absorbing fabric. It doesn't have a wide range of commercial applications. It's not widely distributed, and it's mainly a military, it's related to the military industry. So by taking that and applying it in such a fashion, it's unique because it's never been, the combination of the way it's put together and the way it's brought together, it's never been done before. That's what's unique.
And is this an actual
That was one of the
product of that combination? Is that what
Yes,
this is made of?
that is one of the bags actually I used within my testing. I used that out in Ocala for well over 5 months.
And so there is a plastic lining within this bag?
What I was doing was I was inserting the plastic Ziploc into the bag, which would have the food. And then you would take the plastic Ziploc out.
Now, you said that you can make this product 400% cheaper than anyone else.
Yes.
How can you do such a thing?
Well, the textiles alone, if I were to buy a lot of these manufacturers of the actual odor-absorbing textile were charging well over $32 a meter. And by going to the manufacturers that I found, I could get the material purchased for as low as $4 a meter. So then when I manufacture the adhesive web overseas in addition, and then you combine that through the lamination process, that alone would save you over 400%.
So, okay, so how much would you sell this for?
That backpack right there was one of the early production prototype models. That right there could be sold. It could be sold for anywhere from 30 to 50 bucks. But that one right there is just, it was one of the early inventions, and it doesn't actually have, it has the removable bag that would go inside of it. So that bag right there, it would be sold together as opposed to independently.
So this bag right there, I'm assuming when you say meters, you're talking about a square meter, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this bag has about 1.5 square meters worth of material, if I'm kind of eyeballing it the right way.
Approximately.
Right, so 1.5 square meters, that's about huge variation from $4 to $8. At $8, you're talking about 12 bucks just for the material. You haven't talked about manufacturing, zippers, shipping, supply chain, taxes.
It costs $1 to make the bag.
$1 to make the
That's
bag.
in China, you can get those bags manufactured from anywhere from $1 to $5 a bag.
So $8 in material and $1 in construction.
Yes, that includes the zippers, the labor. You know, obviously there's different intricate things you have to add into the equation if you want added unique features, you know, to make it, you know, intriguing.
Cool. Thank you.
For those of you who may be new to this competition, I should have probably done this at the start. We're going to kind of give you a lay of the land. The idea is that we have a business plan and elevator pitch competition. The business plan is what you've heard from these first three competitors. It's a more complete, usually a fairly large document that includes business projections and revenue and expenses, and you heard the kind of questions the judges asked. The second phase of the competition is an elevator pitch, and it's called an elevator pitch because it's the kind of thing you should be able to pitch to an individual as you're riding up or down with them in an elevator. It's a very simple description of an idea that may be just forming. So the business plans, much larger, document revenues and expenses. This is the kind of things you heard. Elevator pitch is the smaller pitch it while you're on an elevator ride. Between the two competitions, we've got some special awards to give out. And while the judges are making a decision based on the three individuals that made their business plan competition presentations, we have special awards, and it'll give me an opportunity to also introduce our sponsors who made these awards possible. Each of the recipients of these special awards receive a certificate and $250 with our thanks and generosity of our sponsors. These students are being recognized for their exemplary entries, and we get many, many more entries that we're able to give awards to. But they've done something in a particular category, particular noteworthy concept, either as an elevator pitch or as a business plan for an idea or service that's distinguished. So we're going to bring up three of those while the judges are deliberating on the business plan presentations, and three when they're deliberating on the elevator pitch. So our first three. And to present the first special recognition award, I'd like to invite to the stage Mr. Harold Winter from First Home Bank. Mr. Winter. First Home Bank was founded in 1999 by area business people who were prominent members of their community for years. Active in the Chamber of Commerce, City of Seminole boards, and Mr. Seminoles. Many of these leaders were also proud graduates of SPJC, now SPC. First Home Bank is the only financial institution with headquarters in Seminole and was recapitalized by new and existing shareholders in 2011. Today, we are joined by Mr. Winter, the interim CEO of the bank, to present this award. He first joined Home Bank as chairman in 2011 and has been an active role in banking for over 20 years, including his service at United and Savonis Banks. Mr. Winter, thank you very much for your support. And now our winner.
This special recognition award is for service entrepreneurship and goes to Ellen Noel, an upper division student pursuing her BS in management and organizational leadership at Tarpon Springs. Her business, Sign to Me, offers a unique training and support service for students and parents learning sign language. Signing has become a recognized language and proven method of promoting language development and communication skills in children and infants. She couldn't be with us here today, but her husband, David, is here to accept the award tonight.
Congratulations again to Ellen. Thank you. And Mr. Winter, thank you very much for your support. Now I'd like to invite to the stage two more of our sponsors, Linda Goldfarb and Bob Holtzman, who have not only supported our budding entrepreneurs with their award sponsorship, they've also participated as first-round judges for this competition and as business mentors to our students. Linda Goldfarb is the founder of LSG Consulting Services, LLC, where coaching and consulting are tailored to clients' needs. Linda's been an active member of the Tampa Bay business community for over 25 years. Her experience spans over many industries with a special focus on real estate and startups. Bob Holtzman is a certified financial planner and branded advisor with Ameriprise Financial, one of the leading diversified financial services companies in the United States. It's also among the 25 largest asset managers in the world. Bob designs plans to meet his clients' needs and life goals and has provided solutions and strategies in the financial realm for decades. He's also been very active with the Seminole Chamber of Commerce and is a member of the Chamber's, actually a founding member, the founder of the Business Advisory Board of the Chamber, and has been a long-standing supporter of St. Pete College. Thank you, Linda and Bob.
This award goes to Michelle Whitley for a concept in fitness and health. Michelle's business is Hoopla, Fun and Fitness, Inc., and her idea was selected for its merits in promoting exercise and health in children and adults. You will see more of Michelle in the final round of the elevator pitch portion of the competition. She's an AA student here at Seminole.
Congratulations again, Michelle, and thank you to Linda and Bob.
I'm leaving now.
You're back.
I'm throwing me off the stage.
That's right.
Okay.
No, we're good. We're good. One more award before we move to our next round of the competition. I'd like to welcome Paul Kebabagans to the stage to help me present the next special recognition award from Deloach and Hofstra. Mr. Kebabagans has been a trial attorney for 18 years after graduating from USF and Stetson College of Law. Originally from New York, he has pursued his education and career in our community and is a member of the Florida Bar, the Clearwater Bar Association, and the Florida and American Associations for Justice. He came to Deloach and Hofstra in 1994. Deloach and Hofstra, a firm that concentrates its practices in the areas of commercial litigation, real estate, and probate. Deloach and Hofstra is considered one of the area's leading law firms with a proven record of helping people with a wide range of legal issues since 1976. The firm and its partners believe in giving back to the community and subscribe to a philosophy that success of a community is largely dependent on the willingness of the citizens to serve one another. To that end, the firm provides service and support for many community groups, and St. Petersburg College is just one of many. Deloach and Hofstra has a history of serving the Tampa Bay area in leadership roles in nonprofit organizations, doing volunteer work, and contributing financially to important causes. We're very appreciative of their support for this program and our students. Paul, thank you.
The winner of this special recognition award is Sammy Manning, a student in our AS Web Design program. He is receiving his award for his company idea, Einstein Technologies, an interactive home office management system that demonstrated an innovative concept in technology. Our judges are going to be heading back to their places shortly, and we're going to start the elevator pitch portion of our competition. So if you want to stretch your feet, don't go very far. It shouldn't take long. And we'll get started again on round 2. Thank you. It looks like everyone is, meaning the judges, are back in their places, and we're going to get started with the elevator pitch portion of our competition. Our first, I should follow my own advice. Okay, our first presentation will be by Ricardo Colon. His idea is QI Labs, an internet-based company tailored to meet the needs of the Spanish-speaking entrepreneurial and business communities. He is an AS degree student studying digital arts, media, and interactive web, who is also a commissioned officer with the United States military. Let's hear it for Ricardo.
Thank you. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, judges. Thank you for attending tonight. Appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time. All right. All right. Again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ricardo Colon, owner and founder of QI Labs and Keinvento.com. Let me start by asking you a couple of questions to think about. Have you ever purchased a product that failed to meet your needs by any chance? I guess the answer is yes for that one, right? What about, have you ever been to a store or watched plenty of companies that build with big budgets, big staffs building the same old products? I guess the answer is yes for that one as well, correct? So that's where QI Labs comes in. QI Labs makes the customer brings the customer in, asks him what his real wants and needs are, and he's the one who comes with the idea for the product. QI Labs is a product development company built on a social platform, is also an internet distributing channel. All right. So QI Labs brings 4 values to the table. The first one, the ability to design your own product. Second one, a social network of creative, collaborative, and competent people who are there to take your idea to the next level. Third, access to an untapped market of 500 million plus Spanish speakers around the world. And fourth, a self-explanatory brand, which is both an actionable question and an expression of admiration. ¿Qué invento? Means, what do I invent? And it also means, what an invention. I'm going to use the clicker. All right, so who are our customers? Our customers are young entrepreneurs and startups in the United States, Latin America, and other Spanish-speaking territories. The reason we picked that as our target market is for 3 reasons. First one, their rapid growing number. 2, their rapidly disposable income. And third, a current need for a more close experience, more close product experience. Last but not least, QI Labs is actually seeking for $100,000 to start the first QI Labs here in the United States. Our expected internal rate of return is 35%. And we actually expect a rapid growth here in the United States, Latin America, and Spain. Invest in QI Labs. Invest in QI Labs, where ideas grow into great products. Thank you for your time.
Do we get to ask questions on these too? I'm sure.
Where's Nicole?
We have 5 minutes, okay. All right. So I read the business plan, so no, I understand what you did. I didn't hear the competition, and once I went on site and saw what the competition did, I better understood what you were trying to roll out with your business plan. What's your marketing strategy to get this rolled out so people know that you exist?
I mean, the first thing we did to understand our market was I did extensive research. I mean, this is just a culmination of, I started my first business when I was 16 years old, and exporting products from Puerto Rico to the United States. That's why I found the need. Then I joined the service, and in the Coast Guard, you see where the boats go and what they bring. So you continue building on it. So what I decided to start marketing, I mean, I did it with using internet, social tools like Facebook, Google Plus, and all the other internet tools to see if there was traction for it, and there is. So that's what I'm going to continue using.
So if I read your plan correctly, it's and I'm drawing a blank on the name. The competitor.
¿De qué invento?
Is that what the name is?
Are you asking me what name? What's my name?
No. The competitor's name.
Oh, Quirky.com. Okay.
Quirky. Thank you. That's
yeah.
So the biggest differentiator between you and Quirky is that this is going to be a Latin-focused, Spanish-speaking environment.
That would be the main focus. The other one is the fact that they don't allow private submission of ideas, kind of like what Davidson, which is the other big competitor here in the United States, does.
Right.
QI Labs protects them. Most people have fear to share their ideas, and therefore we are taking care of that. That's the first thing. And second is the access to an untapped market of 500 million people, Spanish speakers, around the world. So those will be the main two focus.
So the Quirky Labs has literally dozens of engineers and designers that actually work for them on their payroll.
QI Labs, correct.
No, Quirky does.
Oh, Quirky, I know.
So for $100,000, you probably couldn't pay more than a quarter's worth of salary for one designer. So how do you plan to take all these ideas and translate them into products?
Oh, the reality is, Quirky was able to gather $29 million within a year and a half. I'm very familiar with Quirky. I'm also a member of Quirky.com. So the reality is the market is completely different. They have access. There are the four big countries around the world that have most of our internet population nowadays are Australia, Canada, United States, and United Kingdom. I mean, that's where the big bulk, and then China. Within the Latin communities, you have to use a different approach. Different approach meaning podcast, TV, radio, using the school system and education to promote that idea. And that's not where they target. I know it. I grew there, so I already have contacts, and we are actually going to do the first competition starting August.
If you were to get a client who had a product they needed you to develop, are you going to send it out to be developed, or are you going to develop it in-house?
It all depends on the product. I would say the best answer I can give. If it's a simple product and you have simple materials, simple tools, you're just currently, modifying something that's already in market where you can actually purchase and give it a tweak. That happens every day in life, right? Products continue to get developed and improved. Most of the materials you can get it. So most of the time it's going to try to be in-house first, and then it's going to.
And then would you also provide concept design?
Yes.
Like if I have a concept and you design the whole?
Correct. You bring the idea, we take care of the rest.
So you have a chicken and the egg problem. So what comes first, the chicken or the egg? You got the users that want to submit ideas and get them done, and then you got the inventors and stuff that need to come on board, but without either one, you got nothing. So how are you going to create that vortex starting?
Well, I'm glad that I met a chicken that was carrying eggs, so both of them are coming at the same time. But the first, here's the thing, you know, luckily, there are products here in the United States that are not well marketed into the, you know, Latin-speaking countries. That's the other thing we're doing. So I guess that's the chicken, I'm guessing. And the other one would be the egg, and that's where the inventor comes in with the idea. So we're doing both. Did that answer the question?
Not
or
really.
Not necessarily? I'm sorry.
Don't know how you're going to get them chickens.
I didn't understand.
Put it in a different way.
Yeah.
So if I'm an inventor,
Yes.
let's assume I found your website. Let's assume I bought into the fact that if I send you something privately, you're going to keep it and you're not going to take my idea and go do something with it. So make all these assumptions, right? Let's assume all those things happen. And now you have my idea in your hands, half-baked. You have not even an egg, right?
Yeah.
What do you do next? And my idea requires $25,000 worth of research by whatever. What do you do next?
Now I got the question. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah,
That's why there's four of us.
You know, the reality is, in terms of validation, nowadays, you can validate extremely cheap. That's something, validate a market for a product. You can validate, the need for that product. And then when it comes to the research and design part, of course, I need to ask more money to continue developing QI labs. This is just a start. So you're asking me for resources. I know my competition. Yeah, I guess the answer you were trying to get before is, how can you, with $100,000, you're going to get to compete with these folks?
Did I understand, though, that you're going to take existing products that are being marketed here but not effectively in the Latin American market, kind of put that on your website like Quirky did, so you have some products you can start selling that would start a revenue stream to help the other folks when you're coming in for the inventors?
Correct,
So that's
correct.
kind of the first step. Is that what I understood?
You have three sources of revenue. First one, you create a membership, something different than what Quirky's doing. The reason Quirky has a pro system where they charge $99. What I do is I create something less expensive per month, where people can do kind of like a Netflix. You have 3 different levels of subscriptions. Based on those levels of subscriptions, I'm going to provide you with the amount of ideas you can submit. We validate, we do the research, and say, I think there's some traction, there's not. That's one source of revenue. Oh, I'm sorry.
He's flagging us all red.
I'm sorry. First,
Time is up.
All right, so.
Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Thanks again. I guess I got a little nervous.
Hate to cut them off, but our next presentation is a team of 2 working on launching their unique fast food concept, Kebabagans. Josh Martin is an AS student in our digital media program, and Tomasz Szemecki is an early college student pursuing his associate's degree. Let's hear it for Josh and Tomasz.
How we doing, everybody? Judges? Hello? All right, my name's Josh Martin, and we're here to talk today about our brand new restaurant idea, Kebabagans. Well, Tomasz, let me tell you, Kebabagans is the brand new, healthy, inexpensive alternative to fast food. Tomasz, I'm glad you asked. A kebab is a popular European dish that originated in Turkey but soon spread throughout all of Europe. Today, every culture has their own take on this unique dish, but a Kebabagans kebab is slowly roasted lamb or other types of meat, mixed with a variety of vegetables and homemade sauces, all stuffed inside of a locally baked Arabic or pita bread.
That sounds yummy, but what makes Kebabagans kebab so special?
Well, Kebabagans kebabs are designed specifically by college students like you and I for college students on the go. Students can order in a variety of quick and efficient ways like texting orders, calling orders, ordering online, through Facebook, or even our planned Android and iOS apps.
Wow, that sounds really fast and convenient. So where can I find Kebabagans restaurant?
Well, that's the best part. We plan on opening the first Kebabagans right here on 66th Street within walking distance of St. Petersburg College Kids campus, between Tyrone Mall and St. Petersburg High School.
That sounds like a perfect location. With over 2,200 high school students and over 17,000 St. Petersburg College students, we could cater to the high school crowd, to the college crowd, and even to town mall shoppers who are looking for a new fast food experience. That seems like a pretty big market.
That's right, and with such little exotic food competition in that area, Kebabagans is set to be an instant success.
But wait a second. If it became such a huge success, what would keep other restaurants from adding kebabs to their existing menus?
Well, they can try, but a Kebabagans kebab is made with fresh ingredients, organic vegetables, and locally baked breads. So we sell it all at a very affordable price, and any restaurant that wants to sell their kebabs would severely have to undersell them to beat our prices.
Nice. Sounds like Kebabagans is on its track to a huge success.
Yeah, pretty much the business model is based on a very successful business model from Europe that's been working for years now, and with a relatively low startup cost of around $40,000. In our combined restaurant experience, Kebabagans is on track to be a highly profitable franchise.
This is great. Sounds like we have a perfect target market with lots of college students and young, on-to-go professionals. All this talk about kebabs made me very hungry. How about you? I just prepared a few samples for our judges so they can try for themselves.
That's fantastic. We got one for everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed our presentation. I hope you enjoyed our kebabs. Thank you.
You guys got restaurant experience.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And could you describe what that is?
Well, Tomas and I both worked at a restaurant for about 4 years. Combined, it was probably about 6. And we had different experience. We served, we cooked on the line, we did the dishes. We did a little bit of everything, and we kind of know what to expect in the restaurant business.
And you still want to pursue this business?
You see, I'm not even going to go. I'm Greek, and it's against my religion not to be in the restaurant business, and I'm not in the restaurant business for a reason. So tell me this, how much does it cost you to make one of these, and how much do you plan to sell it for?
Well, we don't have the exact numbers, but our estimate is that it will cost us about between $3.50 to $4 to make a original kebab, and we'll probably sell it around $5.
Now, the sample kebabs that you guys have there, each cost us, what, less than $3 to make?
Yep.
And we want to sell them at the most affordable price, so we're trying to market them at an even dollar, like $5 would be perfect. So you just walk in, $5 on the table, kebab, out of there.
So you're successful at your first restaurant. Where's the franchise model in this? I didn't see any way to make money in the future other than the one restaurant location.
Well, we'd like to open 2 other locations in the future once we have our first location stable. After that, we just hope that other people, entrepreneurs, will see how successful business model we have, and we'll hope that they would like to expand our business to
So
other
let me
locations.
make a suggestion. Rework your numbers, because I give you, you know what the actual material cost is for a $6 Subway sandwich? 80 cents. So if you're going to make something that's going to cost you $3 in material and then sell it for $5, that doesn't take into your account your labor, your cost of making, your rent. So go back and rework your numbers, because they don't make any sense.
Well, the numbers are also based off of the sample kebabs, where we don't have actual suppliers. We don't have.
I didn't say. I didn't say it's a bad numbers. I just said go rework them because they don't make any sense.
Where'd you come up with this $40,000 number? It seems awful low to me. I'm not a restaurant guy, but I play one on TV.
That's for first quarter once we open, and well, I estimated that we'll probably have on average 50 customers per day for the first month, and
50, what did you say, 50 customers
This is
per
going to be
day?
an instant success. People are going to be lined up out the door.
A $29,000 revenue a month, your first month, you need 5,000 and change sandwiches. You need about 195 customers a day.
well, that's why we're going to lose money at first. It will start off slowly, but we expect that our second month will be way better because people will start talk about it at the college, in the high school. Some of the shoppers probably hear from, I don't know, their children. And
I love the idea. You guys have a great idea. But you know there's a magazine called Restaurant Startup Failures? Because restaurants fail so badly.
Yeah.
So go redo your numbers. I mean, it's a great idea. I'll be first in line to buy it. If it's half as good as you make it sound.
Yeah,
Go
I
work
love
your
it.
numbers.
The branding, the name.
Love
I
the
really like
idea.
the target market to the college students. There's a lot of good things here. I think that you just need a little bit of reality check on the numbers side of it and how you work it, and surround yourself with a really good advisory board who knows the industry better. That's all. I really do like it though.
Yeah.
And
Did a
did
good
you-
job.
And have you sold any of these?
We haven't sold any, but we have been doing a lot of samples and taste tests and things like that, and the response has been really, really positive. There's sample menus there to kind of give you an idea. The restaurant is not going to be solely kebabs. We'd like to eventually open up to kebabs from every culture, because like I said, each culture has their own unique take on this dish, so a restaurant that would sell all these different variations of one dish would be a very interesting place to visit.
Great idea. Cool. Thank you. Nice job.
All right, thank you, everybody.
thank you very much.
I'm going to eat one. They look good. They smell good.
It's good.
I don't think I'm ready to eat one right now. But I'll eat one afterwards.
No pressure though.
Okay, I know we're all hungry now. For our final presentation, we'll have Michelle Whitley, Clearwater student pursuing her AA degree and entrepreneurship certificate. Michelle is planning to take her business Hoopla Fun and Fitness Inc. and hula hooping as a fitness movement to new heights. Let's welcome Michelle.
Us $190 billion. The United States has a big problem, literally. The CDC reports that only 2 decades ago, not one state had an obesity rate over 14%. Today, not one state is under 20%, with all the darkest ones soaring over 30%. The Journal of Health Economics tells us that that's costing us $190 billion annually. That's twice as much as originally anticipated. These numbers do not only affect my target market, they clearly affect every one of you that raised your hands in here tonight, our U.S. taxpayers. Enter hooping. The American Council on Exercise has just done a study on hooping that confirms what we hoopers already knew. It's awesome. Hooping was found to burn an average of 400 to 600 calories per hour, ranking it just below cardio kickboxing and above boot camp workouts for calorie burn. Plus, the fun factor is off the charts. The SPJC ranked the fitness, childcare, and recreation industries in the top 10 for growth in 2011, and I plan to capitalize on all three. The market segments noted in white indicate where I've already achieved success, where the market segments noted in black indicate how I'm going to grow my company from here. We're currently seeking certification by the nation's top 3 accrediting agencies for fitness professionals. Our line of DVDs will soon follow to capture the at-home fitness markets and school gyms around the country. We'll of course continue to grow our local presence through classes, camps, and workshops, eventually opening physical locations throughout the region and beyond. We've identified our competitors on a local level, as well as for online classes and DVDs, and we've developed specific strategies to differentiate ourselves in each of these areas. In my first 2 years in business, I achieved over $47,000 in gross profits by myself, serving primarily one market while in school full-time. And not to brag, but I am on the president's list here at SPC. In 2012, we anticipate with our course certification that we'll begin reaching the 161,000 fitness professionals that need continuing education each year. These fitness professionals want to add something new. They don't want to do Zumba 15 times a week. They want something new and different and fun. By 2013, we plan to have our line of DVDs rolling out. There's over 133,000 schools that we can reach, and that will generate potentially $11.3 million in revenue. For the fitness professionals continuing education, if we only capture 5% of that market, we can achieve revenues of $3.9 million. I'm also assembling a power team that will spin Hoopla into the hearts of millions. And with that, it is my sincere hope that I've conveyed to you our collective $190 billion problem, my spintastic solution. Thank you for your time tonight. I really appreciate it.
Do your business consultants hoop?
They don't actually. One of them's he's an elderly gentleman, and he works for, well, he has structured multi-million-dollar deals for Pillsbury, Haagen-Dazs, and he does franchises as well. So I'm currently working with him to build a franchise model for the business.
In your 47,000 that you did, what's that as an instructor or?
That was primarily as an instructor. Some of that was also in hoop sales. Each of these hoops, you'll see that they're a lot larger than the hoops that you can buy in the store, and for adults, we need that. You don't wear the same size shoe you wore when you were 5, and you don't wear the same size hoop. So the hoops with the larger diameter and the weight adds a fitness and strength training element to it, and the larger diameter allows the hoop to rotate slower. So as soon as you put that hoop on, you can feel it start to pull, and you're hooping again right away.
Well, good job. I got a lot more from this pitch than I did from what I saw online. I only saw a lifestyle company, and so I was much more excited when she started talking about $3.9 million and how you're going to get there with DVDs, because I didn't see that online. So thank you for that. How are you going to get the $3.9 million? Is that through DVD sales? Is that through?
The $3.9 million is actually for the fitness professionals. They have to have continuing education credits. And my course, there are 2 other hooping courses online available through American Council on Exercise right now. They're priced between $400 and $600 a piece for each of those courses. And I plan to line myself right in the middle with those guys. And again, only 5% would capture $3.9 million just on that portion.
So that's online. How about the DVDs?
The DVDs, I'm already teaching in Pinellas County Schools. I'm a wellness vendor for the county, for the employees and for the school system. They pay me almost $100 every time I come to teach a lesson, and I give them unlimited number of participants. If they spent less than that on my DVD bundle, and I could get one into each school, there's added value. They can keep that. They can keep learning. They can then teach it to the kids. They don't have to keep me coming back. And then I can spread from Pinellas County to Pasco to Hillsborough, all over Florida and beyond. And that's the 11 point some million.
So how much money does it take to make a Hoopla DVD ready for distribution?
I've been quoted anywhere from $5,000 to $25,000, depending on the quality that I'm looking for. I really want to do this right, so it's probably going to be closer to the $20,000 range. For the 3 set, I actually have different segments as well. I'm going to do sexy spin fitness for the soccer mom, hot mom kind of situation. There's going to be one for physical education that's more of a strength training, less tricky, dancey. So we're going to do a few different DVDs, and then we'll have a separate children's line of DVDs as well.
Is this targeted primarily at women for exercising?
It's funny you mentioned that. 85% of hoopers are women, but as it grows, and eventually as a hooper you work your way towards a lighter, faster hoop again. So the men that do hoop are off-body, very ninja warrior style. So now I've taken that to martial arts studios, and they absolutely love it. That kind of hooping, and any hooping, really improves your hand-eye coordination, timing, balance, flexibility. With these heavy hoops, you're going to get some strength training. I don't lift weights. I only swing a hoop. And it's good for everybody, but it is primarily women that are attracted to it.
Why would I want to do this versus something like spinning or some type of aerobics X workout or something?
If you stand over here with me and take one of these hoops for a few minutes, I can tell you that the answer will be because it is way more fun. It's just fun. You can't have a bad time when you're hooping.
So your marketing budget is based on what assumptions?
My marketing budget has actually been zero thus far. Besides the $20 a month that I spend on Constant Contact and my website, that's my marketing budget thus far. I've been able to generate those revenues without even having a marketing budget yet. So Facebook, Twitter, all over the place, and really word of mouth. Everywhere I go, someone will ask me, didn't I see you at this event, or didn't I see you at that event? And I've been hooping all over Pinellas County and getting the word out that way so far.
Now, is that hoop a special hoop, that, or can you just buy them at your local?
So glad you asked. No, I hand make all of these hoops right now. I didn't include that in my business plan because I don't continue to have my living room looking like a circus just ran into an irrigation factory. It's insane. The margins are great though, and this is where I'm leading into the franchise model. I don't know if, I'm sure you guys are familiar with Shark Tank. Recently there was an episode, and Tippy Toes was the company on there. And it's a dance company, and they go into different areas. They're selling their franchise for $30,000. All they're selling for that $30,000 is their name, the music that they've created, and marketing assistance. I could do the same thing with this, only add an additional line of income for the franchise owner. My hoop costs $8 to make for the fanciest one, and they sell for $40 like hotcakes everywhere I go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, and I don't know about you, but I think I want a kebab, and then I'm going to have a cookie, and then I'm going to go hooping. Well, we give the judges a chance to make their top picks for first and second place in the elevator pitch competition. We'll present the remaining 3 recognition awards and thank more sponsors who have supported our program this evening. To present the next special recognition award, I'd like to invite to the stage Mr. David Lyons. David. David is a long-standing member of the Seminole business community and a supporter of St. Petersburg College programs and students, perhaps because he is an SPC alumni. David graduated in 1964 and went on to study business and marketing at Florida State University and USF. He was the founder of Patient Care Systems, which is later purchased by Hospital Corporation of America. David retired in 2000, and he and his wife, Jean's in our audience today, welcome, Jean, remained in the area and are friends and fans of St. Petersburg College. As an experienced entrepreneur, he knows what it takes to get the job done and is gracious about sharing his experience and his time. Not only did David sponsor the competition, but he served as a second-round judge and provided our students with valuable feedback.
This special recognition award is for Best Consumer Product Concept and goes to Sarah Godby for her idea Manibel Nail Tip Sleeves, an innovative product design and beauty solution for the do-it-yourself manicure market.
Congratulations, Sarah, and thank you again, David and Jean. I've had a little bit of a change, so I got to get myself righted. Now I'd like to invite to the stage our next sponsor, Mr. Richard Bauer. Mr. Richard Bauer is an entrepreneur and community supporter with a personal philosophy that matches the commitment of his company to the community. The vision of his company, 800 Got Junk, is that what we do today affects all of our tomorrows. The company not only provides junk removal services to customers, it works to improve environmental performance and donates reusable items to local charities, including Salvation Army, the Goodwill, and Habitat for Humanity.
This award is being given for green concept and goes to Trisha Wing. She was actually unable to be with us here today. It's for her, oh, sure. But I didn't know it was the one up there. Oh, I'm so sorry. So she's not really, well, she is dressed for the occasion. It's a green concept. I see your t-shirt has some plants on the back. Trisha Wing is expanding her existing company, Orange Blossom Designs, a landscape business turned environmental and educational. She is an AA student in the Early Childhood Education program, and she's also taking classes in entrepreneurship.
And our third award, Special Recognition Award, I'd like to come to the stage, Ms. Sandy Hartman. Ms. Hartman is founder of Sandy Hartman & Associates and is consistently ranked in the top 1% of Pinellas County realtors and the top 2% nationwide by providing exceptional real estate services to her clients for over 30 years. Her diligence in her business and her customers is only matched by her dedication to the community and the causes she serves. Sandy has grown up in the area and attended St. Petersburg Junior College. And although she's traveled and studied far and wide, as far away as Alaska, she returned to Seminole and is an active and supportive in this community in so many ways, in the Rotary Club, in the Women's Club, in Realtor Associations, her church, and this year she joins us in supporting our students in entrepreneurship in St. Petersburg College. Sandy? Also presenting, who was unable to join us because of a family emergency, is Mr. Jack Ebert from the Mallard Group. He's a longtime political and public service activist and founder of the Mallard Group, an award-winning firm for planning and executing winning communications and marketing strategy. Jack's background in political marketing on the local and state and national level. His involvement with state government began with his service in 1979 to then Representative Dennis Jones, and continues today with advocacy, lobbying, and political work in our county. We're appreciative of the support of the programs that the Mallard Group has provided this year.
This award is going to Ricardo Colon. He is majoring in digital arts and interactive web in his first semester at St. Petersburg College. He is launching his company QI Labs, as we heard a little earlier, and it's an internet and social media concept focused on reaching and serving the Latino and Spanish-speaking communities.
Congratulations, Ricardo, and thank you, Sandy.
To you. We're welcoming our title sponsor.
I'm sorry?
Our title sponsor.
Oh. Okay. I thought we were waiting for the judges to come back, but we're checking on the judges. My notes say that right here, checking on judges. I'd like to welcome our title sponsors. We've got a lot of sponsors for this event, but as you saw from the diagrams earlier, some have larger type. That's a code for provided more sponsorship money. And I'd like to start by welcoming our title sponsor this evening, Sharon Mastriani, to the stage. Sharon, if you'd come up, please. Sharon is with Certified Insurance Underwriters. They've supported our competition in its inaugural year, and last year, 2010-11, provided us with a generous contribution of $10,000. Its founder, Mrs. Diana Fink, who unfortunately could not make it tonight, understands the need for education and the value of supporting the entrepreneurial spirit. That is evident in her own business at Certified Insurance Underwriters, where entrepreneurial individuals are assisted in starting independent insurance agencies. She founded Crosslet Insurance Services, which is a brokerage firm, allowing individuals to build a branch office of the firm with the ability to purchase their own location. Central Insurance School has provided licensing qualification and advanced education to insurance professionals since 1988 and has developed into a national educational facility. With us this evening is Ms. Sharon Mastriani, who's been a veteran of the insurance industry for over 30 years, and she has experience in managing 6 corporations simultaneously. And she advanced to the point, well, she started out as a sales associate for Hartford Insurance Company in Connecticut, and advanced to the point where she and her team of professionals assisted in the sales and marketing of 21 field offices. She managed and coordinated sales, underwriting and contracts, and administrative support functions. And through the development of competitive financial services product proposals for national associations and affinity groups, her division was the top sales team in the nation. After moving to Florida, Ms. Mastriani joined the Certified Insurance Underwriters team and brought her knowledge to the organization in the field of financial services, life, and health. She continues to build the relationships with insurance companies while managing the production team. Also affiliated with the Certified Insurance Underwriters is the Central Insurance School, which I mentioned earlier, which has been in existence for 26 years, presenting quality insurance training. The classes include licensing courses to obtain insurance licensure in any area of insurance industry, along with advanced continuing education programs. Ms. Mastriani also provides her strategic planning skills for the future growth of that school. Ms. Mastriani serves as the Vice President of Certified Insurance Underwriters and has a passion for the insurance industry. Her contributions have touched many lives. She has assisted in the success of national organizations and local companies and has been recognized with many, many awards. She'll be the first to tell you that her desire is to see others achieve she will be the first to tell you that it's her desire to see others achieve greatness. With the tools she brings, Certified Insurance Underwriters Incorporated is successful and proud to play a small part in promoting the achievements of the entrepreneurial individuals we've seen here tonight. Our title sponsor, Certified Insurance Underwriters. Thank you. I'd also like the following 3 other major award sponsors to join Ms. Mastriani on the stage. Bill Carmen, Vice President of Sales, Great Bay Distributors. Michelle Picone, the Director of the Dollar for Scholars Thrift Store. And Barry and Tony Scar, Barry, the founder and CEO of Barry Scar Insurance. Presenting the Business Plan Check Award is Great Bay Distributors. Great Bay Distributors was founded in January of 1968 by Claude Focardi as an Anheuser-Busch distributor, and 4 decades later, Great Bay continues to be a family-owned business. Originally servicing Pinellas County with only 1 brewery supplier and 3 beer brands, they now service Pinellas, Hernando, and western Pasco counties. Great Bay currently represents 16 breweries and 10 manufacturers of non-beer beverages. Great Bay currently employs nearly 300 people and is recognized as the largest female-owned business in Tampa Bay. Representing Great Bay, as I mentioned, is Mr. Bill Carmen. Bill has been the Great Bay Distributors with them for nearly 30 years and serves as Vice President and General Sales Manager. He started his career as a route driver and learned every aspect of the business. And while he pursued his education in business and earned his MBA from the University of Tampa. It is with great appreciation that we thank Great Bay Distributors for their continued support of our entrepreneurship program at St. Pete College. Thank you, Bill. Presenting the first place for the elevator pitch competition, the award and check, is Dollars for Scholars, and tonight it's our pleasure to share the stage with Michelle Picone, who launched the Dollar for Scholars thrift store in June of 2009. It's a concept that was born from her ties with St. Petersburg College and a desire to help students and the community. All of the proceeds from the store, which is under the umbrella of Scholarships America, go back to students in the form of scholarships and support to such programs as Women on the Way, Men Achieving Excellence, student internships, and our Honor Society and student government associations, and for student events like the one tonight. Dollars for Scholars, Scholarship America, has been around for about 50 years in all 48 states with 1,200 chapters and are sustained by alumni in action for students because education doesn't happen by chance. Michelle's support didn't happen by chance either. She recognizes the wonderful work and the students developed at St. Petersburg College because she too was an SPC student in the 90s. Thanks for joining us again, Michelle, and for your support. And presenting the second place elevator pitch check and award this evening is Barry Scar Insurance. Scar Insurance Group is an independent insurance agency in Seminole, serving insurance needs throughout Florida since 1984. The agency specializes in home, auto, business, life, financial, condominium, and homeowners association insurance. Part of the agency's core mission is to give back and be involved in Seminole and the Pinellas County community. The agency's principals are Barry and Tony Scar. Barry is a graduate of Seminole High School, SPJC, and Florida State University. And Tony attended Pinellas County Schools and is an SPJC alumnus as well. They've been long-standing and active members and entrepreneurs in our community, and it is with great pleasure that we share the stage with them again this year as they continue to support our students and their visions. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have our envelopes, please.
Our big checks, we have our envelopes.
Are we ready? Then we want to take a break? All right, no. All right. All right, we're going to begin with the elevator pitches, and the elevator pitch competition, second place winner, $500, first place winner, $1,000. And then the business plan competition, the second place winner, $2,000, and the first place winner, $5,000. So, without further ado, I don't want to get this wrong. You want a drum roll?
I think we have a drum roll.
Do we have a drum roll?
Drum roll? I don't even know who it is.
Okay, in the second place winner.
Elevator pitch.
For the elevator pitch competition. I'm being dramatic. I'm being dramatic.
I'm being impatient.
Yeah, I'm a game show host, frustrated game show. So the second place winner with an award of $500 is Michelle Whitley, Hoopla, Hoop, Fun and Fitness. Thank you again to Barry Scar Insurance, Tony and Barry, and to Michelle. Congratulations. Now, the first place winner for the elevator pitch competition and the winner of $1,000. Drum roll, suspenseful music. The first place winner is Josh Martinek and Tomasz Samaski for Kebabagans. Michelle Patan will present the check. Congratulations, gentlemen, and thank you again, Michelle. All right, we move on to the business plan competition. Ladies and gentlemen, the results of the business plan competition, the second place winner who will take home $2,000. Not sealed. Second place winner, business plan competition, Sarah Godby, quite simply me, Manny Beltis. Thanks again to Great Bay Distributors, and congratulations, Michelle. All right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the second annual business plan competition and $5,000 is Nicole Bredesen, Cookies That Melt. Congratulations, Nicole, and thanks again to Certified Insurance Underwriters for their great contribution. Congratulations to all our winners. We want to have all the winners back on the stage for a few minutes afterwards, but I want to end this program by thanking all of our supporters of our students and our programs. We have so many people to thank, in addition to our sponsors, starting with our president, Dr. Bill Law, the Dean of our College of Business, Dr. Greg Nanstall. Dr. Nanstall, thank you for joining us today. Our academic chair, of course, Nicole Panuthos. Our faculty and adjunct mentors, Dr. Amy Sowers, Dr. Mike Laverty, from our faculty here, Professor Greta Krishba, our librarian and entrepreneurial resource expert, you saw her name on the slide, Linda Reifler-Alessi. I saw Linda here somewhere. And our career and entrepreneurship center specialist, Lynn Wolf. Lynn in the corner with the headset on. A lady and great friend who recently left the employ of the college to run for county commission, but helped us secure sponsorships for this competition, Janet Long. Many other people. I do want to specifically mention our student assistants who were so helpful in this, Donna Wojciech and Marie Rogers.
Thank you.
Okay, I do want all the winners back on stage. You're all invited to a sweet treats reception in the lobby, catered by Frida's Bakery and Cafe.
And we also want to invite our judges back onto the stage, and our contestants and whoever would like to stay behind and hear their feedback to the winners. So we'll take some pictures.
We'll take some pictures, but those of you who aren't involved in that aspect of things, go out and get a head start in the food line, but do stick around so you congratulate our winners and thank them for the job well done, and we hope to see you all next year for the third annual competition. Thank you all for joining us and for your support. Good evening.